G'day guys, Harry from Verve here, and I'm really excited about this one. Being a powerlifter myself, we finally got the Verve Heavy Duty IPF Spec Combo Rack. Now this thing is an absolute unit. We've got it loaded up with 325 kegs at the moment. It's hard as a rock here, not moving at all. Just to give you an example of how much it can hold and just the build quality we've got there. Now I'm going to take you through a lot of the different specs and different features of the rack, just to see what you kind of get for your money here. It's one of the best value racks out in the market by far. Easily the best there. Now if you come in, I'll start right at the top here. One of the biggest features we got here that other racks are missing are these nylon rollers. These will keep your bars in really good nick. They're not steel and they won't mar up your bar, which is really good. Next thing in this area, we've got these really high catch points on the squat. That means that you've got complete faith when you're falling into the rack that's going to catch on this. And not only that, it's double welded on the back, so this is never going anywhere when you're racking the bar. Coming down, this is 5mm steel we've got on these uprights here. Laser cut Verve, looks absolutely unreal. And that comes down into our bench spot down there. Exact same features as the squat. We've got the nylon rollers and 5mm steel all around, mostly bent and really strong welds. So it's an extremely strong combination there. Now coming down, we're going to roll into the safeties here next. You've got 8 variable levels on the safeties there for mainly your bench there, so they're face savers. Soft rubber on the top, again, to keep your bar in good nick, and so it's not going to make contact with that. Easily adjustable with this yellow pin over this side, and locks in with this pin here. You know, nice and rigid, absolutely solid. Next thing, while we're coming down here, we've got these feet there. Obviously the out feet there, one for stability. The whole unit creates a nice wide U shape, and next it gets out of the way of wide squatters. If you can imagine a wide squatter in this, he gets a stance really wide. He's going to need this extra space out here, so it's a really good feature. And you've got some band pegs holes there if you really want to get some band work in there as well. All right, now we're going to come around to the side here. Unlike lots of other racks on the market, we've got storage pegs here. One, to keep the rack exactly where it is. It's not going to move if you want to throw an extra weight, and just that easy transition from down here to up here. You don't need a weight tree, it's absolutely unreal. And it's also adjustable, and you can throw stands on that as well. Coming up here, we've got the jack points. Absolute critical component of a combo rack. Allows you to change the weight easily using the jack system here. Pop that in, give it a bit of weight, she's going to come up. That's 320 and that's moving like it's got absolutely nothing on it. With these pins here, come have a look at those ones. Absolute units. They're not going anywhere, and you get 2 of them per side with storage for them as well, so you're not going to lose them. You won't see that on a few combo racks, and that will drive you insane when you lose them. Next thing, we're going to come around the back here and we're going to talk about the locking mechanism for the bench. One of the easiest locking mechanisms, I would have to say, hands down. A lot of others hook into the side. Ours here has just got these 2 thumb screws, and there's 3mm checker plate safety platform, so it doubles up and hooks underneath there. Absolutely easy, up and out, no worries. And also doubles as a safety deck. Now, next thing we'll talk about is the IPF within IPF spec bench here. It's an absolute unit. It's got the right height, 120 long, and the right width. So you don't be afraid of this thing being too high, too short, or different to your competition. That thing will be exactly how you need it. And another thing that you might not see in a few other racks is it's got one single leg down here. A lot of guys that are benching, you know, you get all your different feet positions. Having one pole straight down the guts there at the back is the best way to do it. Won't get in your road at all. It's an absolute sturdy unit once you hook it into the back. Now the construction of this in these down the bottom here near the safeties means that this rack is not an in and out rack. It's about the only feature that this rack doesn't have that some of the $5,000 racks out there have. But what that lets us do is add more stability through these big bolts all along, and this nice big flat panel with these huge uprights here to make it actually more sturdy and have less wobble than some of those other racks. So it's a little bit of a trade-off, but we think it's definitely worth it in the stability you get. Thanks for listening, guys, and that was a quick run through of the Verve IPF Spec Combo Rack. Thanks for listening.